prayer and pledge. Praise God. Our Heavenly Father, we thank you again for this day. We thank you for your many blessings. And Heavenly Father, as we enter into a new year, Lord, I know this is a lot of things is coming up, and we just ask that you will guide and direct us in everything, Lord, that we,
Yes.
all of our decisions,
Yes.
everything that we do. We just ask for your hand through this year of 2026. We ask your hand upon all of our employees, our first responders, all of them, Lord, throughout the county. We pray that you'll be with them and help them. Now, Lord, again, today we ask for your knowledge and wisdom in making the decisions. And we ask this in Jesus' name, and we give you the glory. Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. The three commissioners is present. Candace is here and Lauren, and I'm going to turn it over to Lauren at this time.
So the first item of business is to open the floor for nominations for the commission president for 2026. Are there any nominations?
I'll nominate Roger Leathermill.
I'll second that.
Okay.
Any other nominations? Closed, turned over to the president, Leatherton.
Thank you. I don't know why you put that stuff on me. But it's all right. Okay, we'll call the meeting to order then. And, the agenda, what all do you have for the agenda there, Lauren? Any changes?
We added the governor's proclamation, which is why we had to change the commission meeting date from the 2nd to the 5th. We added Tucker Community Foundation and I think you could just say maybe the all public comment.
Sorry, isn't on. We need to add public comments to the agenda.
Underneath this.
Tucker County, not Tucker, you said Tucker Foundation.
Foundation is Tucker County.
Sorry,
Yeah,
Tucker County Commission.
right.
Public comments goes under correspondence.
They're usually before correspondence.
They usually-
They're up there,
Yeah,
yeah, right before correspondence usually.
Yeah. Motion on the agenda?
no, I'll make a motion, we approve the agenda with the, changes.
I was reading, that's why I never asked. I'll second.
I agree.
Okay. My ink pen here, right? Okay. We approve the agenda correspondence. Well, first of all, anybody has any comments? We got that paper. If not, we have a letter. Okay, we have a letter here from Brian Largent, who wants to, see him.
Yeah.
Who is interested in serving on the Frankfurt PSD board. So. And. You wanna wait and deal with that new? We'll deal with that new. You wanna wait?
Well, we don't have it on, we don't do boards and appointments today. Today's just a,
This is a special meeting. There's.
Well, I didn't know,
set
since you
dates.
put it on, I didn't know if you wanted to deal with it today.
Well,
I'm
on
good with that.
January 13th.
We'll deal with it on the next commission, regular commission meeting.
Yeah.
All right, so we have you on there, so. You'll be. Spoke of the 13th, I think it is. All right, then we go down correspondence. Jennifer? You have something to say?
I already submitted it.
Oh, it's copied in her book. Okay. I never got to read all that.
That was important. Lawyer call. Basically. The PSD voted in, let's see, 9/8/25 for 15% overall increase. Okay, they initially told us it was for these reserve funds and all this stuff. The problem is that they had a public meeting on that vote. Was a September vote of the 15% increase for that reasoning. In November, after the public meeting, they changed the reasoning for the increase. They changed what it was for, where the money was gonna go. Would that not require a whole new start over and let's start from scratch with a whole new public meeting?
Because
It wouldn't. They never rescinded their motion from September. The motion was made, voted on, I'm assuming it's voted on, they need updated on parliamentary procedure. They made the motion in September, they sent it out on our October bills, that it's a 15%, basically 15% increase for both of them. And they had a public meeting on November 12th, told us exactly what it was gonna be for, okay? Then on November 17th, they made another motion for two more additional reasons as to what the rate increase was for. So they changed what the rate increase was for. This is why we were begging for transparency. We asked in the beginning, what was it for? They gave us no documentation at that first meeting. I had 3 family members, 2 more family members with me at that first meeting. I was given no documentation as to what the increase was for. We were told it was to build up the reserve fund that needs to hold 1/8 of the operating budget, okay? Now, since I had nothing better to do last week, I'll start looking. Back in 2016, when they unified Wally Ford, Ford Ashby, and Frankfurt PSV, they requested a 29.5% increase to get everybody on the same page, which I understand that. It's easier for accounting purposes, I get it. Guess what their reasoning was for needing that increase? That reserve fund. And in their paperwork that they submitted to that administrative law judge was that reserve fund money would go straight in there, and that's exactly where it would go. And when it would come back, that reserve fund was full, they were gonna do a 2-step increase and they would get rid of that. They never did. So how many times we're gonna use the reserve fund as an excuse?
I think what's in their reserve fund, 20-some thousand, Jason, do you know?
Reed said Ron Reed said they were able to put 22,000 in there last year. That's about that. Is that correct?
Dating back to 2016.
Yeah, should be more.
They should have been putting in, I think it was somewhere like $120,000 a year in that reserve fund. So this is where we come back to you again about the transparency and what we believe, because we have nothing else to go on but the PSC documents, is mismanagement of money. Because even in those documents, I mean, you can see the testimony right there. Ron Reed was the one who said it. He was the one who stood there and advocated for it and said, it's gonna be a 2-step increase, and as soon as that reserve fund is full, we will get rid of it. So you tell me, where's the money going?
It's a good question, because I don't know.
The other thing, this is all part of that, and them not doing what they're supposed to be doing, I am filing a complaint. And I'm filing it at state level, the $60,000 pump that they said they absolutely needed. An emergency is an emergency, I get that. An emergency is you're broke down, you need fixed right now. A 16-week lead time is not an emergency. They exceeded the threshold according to West Virginia code. And I will be filing a complaint at the state level because of that, because they broke the law.
To my understanding, they need 2 pumps. I think it's what was mentioned down in Short Gap. Am I right?
They
They
purchased,
do, yes, there's 2 identical pumps there, they have replaced one, they feel the other one is in need.
And the tank at Fort Ashby, they need to take a very serious look at that, in my understanding.
I didn't know the location, but yes, they said.
I think it's the one at Fort Ashby. I might be wrong, but I think that's what they said.
those are all planned expenses. Those are things that you can get bids on. What I'm talking about is something they did not get a bid on. They went out of state to purchase the pump. And they exceeded the state limit. So how much more proof do I have to bring you?
I understand what you're saying.
What can you do? We've already asked for a watchdog group. That's already been shot down. We've asked you to fill the board position, which according to the record, it has been open since May of 2023. And the board just decided they didn't want to fill it. They don't have that power. Parliamentary procedure has been ignored. PSC ruling has been ignored. They had 30 days to let the commission know, and then it had to be advertised, and it was not done.
No. You made the comment the last meeting of the month, we have to make a decision, is correct?
On the rate increase?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Last meeting of the month, so that,
well, you set up an extra meeting on the 22nd.
22nd.
Yeah, I think we set up a work session on the 22nd.
of January.
Yes.
Yes, I can't remember all the dates, too much running through my head.
Make sure I'm understanding what Mrs. Jennifer is saying, is since they changed the agenda on the 17th, that is null and void, and that they need to re-permit or reintroduce the pay rate or the rate increase to us, and give them more time to do research and for us to make a decision.
You can go ahead and make a decision, but go into the decision knowing that what they initially said, the reasoning was they needed $380,000 to fund this reserve fund. Okay, initially, when they discussed it back in April, it was supposed to be water side only. Why is only the water customers paying for a sewer problem? Sewer is where the deficit is, but yet they're trying to push it on the water people. By combining these two groups, the water and the sewer, it's like the money is just free flowing back and forth. There's some customers who don't have sewer, there's some customers that don't have water. Why are they just, willy-nilly just going back and forth and doing whatever they need to do to cover their bases?
Maybe what we ought to do is have them to show up and get some records. What do you think? Some of the records, what your thoughts on this, guys? 1 second.
Records for what?
Where the money's going, that's what you wanna know.
I wanna know since 2016 where the money's going now, that's my next
That's what
point.
I said, get some records where the money's going, that's exactly what I'm saying.
Does the commission really have time to go through all this?
I'm not going back to 2016.
No, but what I'm saying is that 2016 started when they said, oh, we need it for a reserve fund. And they started collecting for a reserve fund.
If we could get a copy of where their money's going. I have some questions on things too that I'm not going to get into, but I looked at a few things, heard a few things, and I have some questions for them also. Okay?
Mhm.
So I'm with you to a point here, but I can't go back to I'm not going back to 2016.
You don't have to go back. I can go back to 2016. I got nothing better to do for the next
But,
year.
the bottom line, and here's the bottom line. Bottom line, something's gotta be done
Yes,
shortly.
yes.
And I have some ideas. I've talked to other PSDs in the state, different counties, not this county. I went out of county to find out a few things, how they operate, how some of their ways they get money. Now, and I've come up with an idea. I haven't really sat down and presented it to each one of these. They know a little bit about it, but I've never really presented it to them. But, they're gonna have to have a little raise, from my understanding. Now, whether it's 20% and 10%, I really honestly believe that most of the people has misunderstood that.
They misunderstood it because in their own minutes, they combined it. In
They
their-
combined it, yeah, it's
their
like
own
30
minutes.
point some
Yeah, in
percent.
their own minutes, they did that. So even the board was confused.
What I'd like to see done is, and I'm gonna go right out and tell you, okay, I wasn't planning on doing this, but I'm gonna bring it up to you, and I want your thoughts. There's other PSDs through the state that has like a fee put on them. And that goes directly to the reserves. Okay? And I reckon once they get, I don't know if it's ever dropped, I don't know, it's different fees put on them. And then there, a small raise for the PSD itself. is what I was looking at.
If they're already mismanaging money,
Well, no, wait a minute, and I agree with what you're saying there, that needs to be looked into. And I think we need to address that, we need to get some facts from them. But I'm not, I don't know if Dutch and Jason wants to go back to the 16th, but I'm not, I'd like
I'm
to get
just gonna
something,
say excuses being used.
I'd like to get something for last year. I'll go back a year. That'll tell you how bad it's been misused. Won't it?
For me, no, because
Well,
last
no,
year
but-
they got like a 6% increase and they said they didn't see anything in the near future. But I mean, just general questions, like, there's not supposed to be any, they assured me there's no plans and there's no proposals or no plans coming up, no projects. They have no projects on the books. And then they send a letter out asking if people on Nobley Road want to hook onto the water. That sounds like a project to me. We don't have money, yet we're gonna go and do another project. That makes no sense. It makes no business sense.
I agree with that. But you have to know before you can set up a project. Does that make sense?
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. We're supposed to have, most businesses have a 5, 10, 20-year plan.
Right, exactly.
They have none. That's bad business.
Well, maybe what we need to do is on the 22nd, get them in here and let them know ahead of time. We want some information about things. What's your thoughts, guys? What's your thoughts?
Well, my thought is, hearing what she said, can we accept what they submitted to us for the rate increase, because they changed it after the public hearing? So can we, because right now we have to make a decision by the 22nd, so
Right.
the 22nd would be too late for them coming in to get
It's
information.
the 23rd.
So,
It's January 27th is our last meeting.
Yeah, we made a special work session on the
Yeah, but I'm
22nd.
saying, when do we have to set the date to? The end of the month?
Second of February, I think.
So
Second or third.
really, we need to set it by at least 27th. So we can have a work
Yeah.
session on the 22nd, but we need to set the rate by the 27th,
Yeah,
right? So let's do that. Let's try to get all the information together and we'll go over. We will. That's the only thing I know to do. I've never ran in this before in the last 11 years, and that's all I knew to do. Yes, sir.
I'm on the.
You're on the agenda. Yeah, I was gonna ask you.
There's something here that really bugging me. They announced on the water side that they have 0.33 persons in administration. That's the hours, is how it is. On the sewer side, they have 0.28 persons in administration. Okay? Now here's how much they're getting paid. It's $74,865. That's in the water section. And $65,579 in the sewer section. Now, if you add those hours up, you're getting somebody is getting over $140,000 a year and only working 3 days a week. Now, who is that?
That's a good point. 74,000.
74 and 65,000.
See, this is a problem. They told us, they said, if you want the information, go online and look. So we did. We went to the PSC website and this is the information that's out there. There's a lot of people upset right now because they're thinking that the admin is getting paid 140 grand a year. When the average income in this county is what, less than 50?
Well, she's not making, how much did you say? 140?
That's what their paperwork is saying.
Is she saying for all of the things, right?
That's exactly what their paperwork is saying.
Just for the lady down there?
That's what it says.
It
It says
says
admin fee, admin charges.
I don't think she's getting.
Wage, salary and wages.
That's on the PSC. You see, you have to look it up. You gotta go to the PSC site. You gotta look it up.
Paid 79 for the water department and paid 75 for the sewer department.
No,
It would have been much easier to have an open public meeting and let people discuss, get the information, look at it, and say, okay. But to change why you're doing the increase after you've had the public comment, that's not legal.
I'll tell you what, I'll get a hold of. I don't know the chairman down there. I don't know him. I know Jerry. I'll get a hold of him and have him to bring some stuff at the 22nd meeting. I know that's a little far out. Do you guys want to do something prior to that, since we're going to get into this, Steve? What's your thoughts?
Isn't Jerry scheduled to come on the 13th?
I don't know if he is or not. I think he is. I'm thinking he's supposed to come on 13th.
Did you talk to him?
I talked to him, but, he asked me, he sent me a text and asked me if he wanted to come today, and I told him there wasn't any need for that, because we wasn't going to get into nothing serious today.
You and Jerry for the, did you give him a time?
No, but you tell me and I'll get a hold of him and tell him.
And what time's the meeting on the 22nd again?
6 p.m.
The 22nd's at 6.
Yeah, 22nd at 6 p.m.
Okay, we'll set it up for the 22nd. Okay. All right,
Can you please request that they actually bring
I'm
documents
going
with them
to
this
tell
time?
him we want to see his
I
documents and stuff.
appreciate that.
I will do that. I'll get a hold of him today.
Okay.
This is over.
And you want documents back to 16?
No, like he said, like the last couple of years would be great, but I mean, what started all this was the sewer project.
Yeah.
That's what started this whole cascade of funding, so. Far back as you wanna go, but people want answers.
I give you that. Okay, you have anything else to say, sir?
No, that's enough.
Yeah,
Anyway,
well, you signed up here yet.
yeah, well, I just, I
Just
thought if I needed to speak, I also.
Okay, that's
And,
fair. That's fair. Anyone else? Rick, you got something to say? Mark me. All right, I'll get a hold of Jerry and I'll let you know, Lauren. I'll try to do it maybe sometime today. I'm not gonna schedule it.
I can get with him to schedule him a time.
Yeah, okay. I'll tell him we want everything,
Checks in there. but-
we want everything put together. And, and then we'll go from that route. Okay. Move on a little bit, because we got a meeting at 10 o'clock, we have to be available. The proclamation, we've had that.
Your packet. So even though it's after the fact, because the proclamation was signed on. 29th. So it was after our commission meeting. And.
We need a motion,
Yes.
those proclamations for New Year's Day being a legal holiday, state, being a legal holiday.
Day after.
Yes, you did.
Oh, yeah, Friday, I'm sorry, January 2nd being a holiday. I'll make a motion, we declare January 2nd a holiday.
I second that.
I approve that also. All right, now we're going back and we're gonna look at the holidays for 2026.
So this, the holidays, per code, the holidays that are listed. Of course, it is an election year, so we had 2 additional dates added for the primary election on May 12th and the general election November 3rd. Friday, Christmas falls on Friday, so there'll be half a day on Thursday. New Year's falls on Friday, so there'll have to be a half day on Thursday. Now, there is a difference between the Monday through Friday and the 24/7 because West Virginia Day falls on Saturday. So for 24/7, their holiday would be on Saturday. Our holiday would be on the 19th on Friday, on July 4th. Until Saturday, so for 24/7, that Their holiday would be on Saturday, ours would be Friday, July the 3rd. There is a question about Juneteenth, because I made that mistake, last year. I thought, since it was a federal holiday, that it was an automatic, but it wasn't, because of the way the wording was presented. Now this year, Juneteenth is the Friday, which we're already gonna have for West Virginia Day. So I didn't know what you wanted to do for Juneteenth.
I think the way you have it here is fine. Monday through Friday employees would get Friday as a holiday, but that would be for West Virginia Day, and then 24/7 would get Saturday as a holiday.
Okay, and then only if the governor does something, then we can address that later. So those are the holidays as presented. These would be put out to the employees as soon as you approve them. And to say, and double check in, hopefully I have all my days of the weeks correct and holidays as listed.
Do I hear a motion to accept this? Now, that's the first list you got here.
The first one is Monday through Friday, the
Yes.
second one is 24/7.
Yeah,
If you look at the very, very top,
I
that's
see
the
it.
separation.
I see it.
Really any difference
Is
is
the
the West Virginia
Saturdays.
That's the day,
and
Saturday.
in July, all July.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are the
yeah.
only two that
And
fall
July
on the
the
weekend.
4th and West Virginia Day.
I'll make a motion, we approve both of these holiday lists for 24/7 and for the Monday through Friday employees.
And I'll second it.
Okay, next are the pay
I agree.
dates. The pay dates are the 15th of the month and the last day of the month. So based on where the 15th falls, some of those were adjusted to either the Friday before. And I think the only other exception is I do June 29th instead of June 30th, because June 30th is the last day of the fiscal year. And kind of gives us, if there's any other adjustments we can make, we can make them on the 30th. But other than that, it's the 15th and last day of the month.
I move we set the pay dates in presented. I second that.
I agree here.
Okay.
The next are the commission meeting dates, which I did email you. There's a couple noted on February. This is going with the second and fourth Tuesdays of the month. The first meeting being at 8:30, the second meeting of the month being at 4:30 PM. So we already made the adjustment for February 10th, was supposed to be a morning meeting, but we set it up for board review and equalization at 6. So if we go ahead and change the commission meeting to 6 on February 10th. And if I had the dates correct for your county commission meetings and Mineral County days and such, the only other dates that I see we had a conflict, of course, was primary election day, May 12th. And then June 9th was the county commission annual meeting. And then the week of Thanksgiving and the week of Christmas. Are there any?
Yes, I'd like, if it's all right with both of these guys, I'd like to change the 22nd of December to the 21st of December. There's your reason for it.
The February 10th one, can we start our meeting at 4:30 and then stop at 6 for the board and equalization?
We could.
Okay, that way we're not.
But no, I think the reason we put it, because you guys are gonna be out of town.
Oh, yeah. We'll
Yeah, you're
My
the
question
you're the
would be,
county commission.
Here's my question. I asked Lauren about the other day. Are you guys gonna be back in time? I don't know if I can go to that or not, due to a couple of things conflict of interest.
On the 10th?
On the 10th.
February.
Could we change that to the 11th on a Wednesdays? Give you guys time to get back? Now, I
We already
know,
have board
I
review.
know, but they could be on Zoom for board review, couldn't they?
You can't do 6 o'clock on the 10th?
I can't. No, I can't. I was thinking about them.
I think we should be able to get back.
I think we'll be able to get back too.
Okay, then we'll leave that alone. I was thinking about you guys being back, cause
What I'll do though is I'll watch that we don't actually schedule any appointments for board review. So we'll do our initial opening of the board review and then recess, go to the county commission meeting.
all right, in December 22nd, can we move that to the 21st? That's a Monday evening. You have a problem with that?
Let me look. Well,
Just look and see. If you do, we can leave it there and all.
Mondays is I have youth night, and I'm sure we'll have a Christmas party around that time, but it's.
So that's a bad,
But we did it in the morning again. I know it's,
Should we
Yeah, I
change
got
the time instead of the date?
Well, wait a
Is
minute.
that because you have a conflict for the evening?
Yes.
What if we change it to a day meeting then?
Yeah. Yeah, that would work. If we could move it up to 1 o'clock.
it's just, but the employees won't be able to be here, that's the only challenge.
Um,
It's at that time of year, there's a lot going on in the evening,
Yeah.
so
they are.
I just figure.
So, Yeah, we could
Especially
do-
because
we
I
could-
know, I
even
know
if we
two of
did-
you have little special things you do around Christmas time, that
Yeah.
takes up your evenings.
Yeah.
If we did either one, if we did it in the morning on the 21st or the 22nd, that would be best for me. I
Yeah,
already
me
know
If we
I
want
got-
to do it in the morning, we can help
We
shoot
did
it
it.
22nd, as far as I'm concerned. If we do it where I can be out.
But to keep it on the 22nd, but what time?
8:30.
You want 30?
So that's okay with you guys.
I'm good with that.
I've already got.
22nd at 8:30?
So how about, okay. Primary election day is on the 12th. Do you want to bump it one day? Do you want to bump it multiple days?
I have a question. I'm supposed to be at a meetings in, down in South America, the 8th, through the 10th
Oh,
of May.
okay.
And how much, I've never been here for elections, so how much involvement is that and do I need
8th
to?
through the 10th,
Yeah,
it should be fine.
okay.
No, it's a lot of involvement. You're gonna miss that?
Well, no, I'll be back in time for the primary, but I just didn't know leading up
That's a
to it.
Friday, Saturday. and
Leading
Sunday.
up to it now.
Yeah, leading up to it, okay.
Hmm.
All right,
Because a lot of the approvals and stuff will already be done at that point. Because early voting will close then on the 9th.
We didn't try to miss the election.
I
So May the 12th, we probably don't want to have a meeting that day, do we?
We cannot have a meeting that day, I'm sorry, but
So you just want to move it to 13th?
that works for you all.
My question is this. We're going to be, May the 12th is when we're going to vote, right? I question if we ought to move it to the 13th simply because I don't know if you guys remember. No,
Yeah.
one of you don't.
We
I
don't
know
have
what you're
all-nighters
getting
now.
at.
We don't have a lot?
We don't have all-nighters because we have the DS200s. So the
I know,
votes are
yeah.
counted and we just
But
insert the
we have
flash
an
drives.
issue.
One,
We're not
if we
doing-
have an issue there, one morning I walked out of the courthouse when the boys was coming in at 8:30.
Yeah, that's when we were hand counting.
Well,
Yeah, I
why don't we go to the 11th then?
I
Meeting.
I think that'd be good.
No,
Too much
please don't do
before.
that.
Why?
Please don't do
You
that.
don't want to do 11?
Because I'm delivering and getting everything out that day.
Well, we can go to the 13th, but just don't
If
make
you
it.
wanna go to the 14th, that Thursday?
Then go to 14th.
how about after the
Wait a
election?
minute, what, wait a minute.
Right as soon as votes are counted, we have our meeting.
Hold a minute on the 14th.
Money.
See, that's May. Hold on.
Yeah, we're in May 14th.
May the 14th. That second Wednesday, that would work for me, because I won't be
It's
here.
a Thursday.
That's a Thursday.
That's just, I mean Thursday, not Wednesday, Thursday,
Okay, so May 12th becomes May 14th.
May the 14th. Okay.
Okay, the other one was June,
Yeah, June and
June
9th.
9th. You guys are at your county commission annual conference.
Yeah,
Um,
can we go to the 10th?
works for me. Does work for you all?
That work for you on
That
June?
could work.
June 10th, oh, yeah, that'll work.
And then the other one I had flagged was the week of Thanksgiving, the 24th. It's an evening meeting though, so,
Do we get into our deer hunt?
well, it's in the evening.
It's in the evening.
I know.
We can actually
I
make
know.
it later, we can make it 6 o'clock if that's.
I'm good, I can get out.
Or if you need to bump it, whatever.
No, I'm good.
No, another one we may need to look at is August. Second Tuesday, the 11th. The state auditor do their training usually on the second week. Correct?
I thought that's what was your June 7th to the 9th.
That's the annual communication for County Commission
That's the
Association.
County Commissioner Association. Oh,
This
okay.
is the state auditor training that they do every year. That's on the other, That's usually that second week, Sunday, Monday,
But they haven't
Tuesday,
set dates yet.
they have it.
No, because I went on, because I wanted to look at the dates for ours and yours, and they don't have the dates posted yet. They were talking about changing ours.
I hope they change ours, I think I'm gonna be out of town that week anyway, so, I think.
Are you good with the 24th, November 24th?
Yeah, I'm good with November 24th.
And in August, we'll have to,
Wait, see what they
Wait, wait,
actually.
Yeah, we can change
They were
that
talking
today.
about either switching our dates with your dates. At our last meeting, they were talking about flip flopping the weeks that we had.
Okay.
Which in either it's gonna be you or it's gonna be me that's gonna be tied up there that week though.
what meetings are coming up in for, our health
Budget,
That's all.
budget meetings?
That's,
budget training.
that's usually have that in March, or Bridgeport. Bridgeport.
Are there any other dates that you guys had flagged? So,
I think that was all that I could.
so we're looking at February 10th. We changed it from 8:30 to 6 p.m. Then on May 12th, it was changed from May 12th to the 14th, and we're leaving it at 8:30. Then on June 9th has now become June 10th, and we're leaving that at 8:30. August, we're gonna wait and see what happens. November 24th, we're gonna leave that one. December 22nd, we're leaving it on the 22nd, but we're changing it to 8:30 a.m.
That sounds.
No,
Okay.
Motion?
And
I make a motion, we accept these dates for our county commission.
I'll second
and
that.
approve that also. All right, now we gotta go to our committees.
When you email me a version of it, it's the message.
Say that.
When you appointments, are you making any changes?
I figure we just, you wanted to leave them the same.
I'm good with leaving them the same.
Talk about the board and stuff that we're on.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
So I just make a motion, we leave the boards the same.
We do need to make a change to the 911 advisory board. Right now, it still has Jerry Wisner,
Well,
Buddy,
we appoint,
That this is just for us.
just for us.
Just
Well,
for
it
us.
still has,
and
Jerry on.
you're filling most of Jerry's positions anyway, but then you do a letter and we can get that taken care of for the next meeting then. Did
Okay,
you second that, Jason?
I'll second.
I thought I heard him second.
He might.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
There's voices in my head, I don't know which. So,
You got voices in your head.
Yeah.
I've been up since,
entertained.
I was up since 3 o'clock this morning. I'm starting to get voices. Hey, accounts payable?
Yep. There's some time sheets from the last page. And. The. Probably come down that you don't mind signing the bottom of those, Luke just gave those to me, he'll need them for Mineral County days.
Usually.
What's that?
Yeah, if you guys want to just initial them as a bill,
Yeah, just.
Oh, just initial.
yes.
Reverse it, not just again. It's not good.
I'm working on the new time sheets for 2026, and pretty much have them all done. I've worked on them last week, and I just noticed this morning I had to use on dates in 26, except December, so I gotta go back through and change it, but December 15th pay. Upon receiving their time sheets for December 31st, I plug in their carryovers and then email them out to the employees.
That's all we have on our agenda, other than meeting with Tucker County Commission, and that's. Don't want you guys to hang around, other than take care of our bills here, that's will be about it.
It will meet. Thank you for your time.
Appreciate it. Yes. I don't know the numbers for those. Mine's just keep slowly going.
Yeah. So, all right. I'm gonna ask you guys a question. This is an official decision.
Typically, it costs.
So I've been looking,
$2.5.
and actually, it's the chair I have at my house. The chair that I have at my house is a Lazy Boy brand, and it is the nicest chair, and they are rather inexpensive, however, they're a little more than what it was when I first got it. They're like $200 a piece. At state, they were on sale for $200 a piece. I don't think so. And
So.
Part of my issue is that because I'm big, fat, overweight, whatever. Don't get A lot of the chairs, and probably this one included, they say like 250 or 270 pound weight.
Get my medications all.
And I'm doing than that, so. Would you guys object if I was the chair personally?
Blockage of the.
It's not gonna look like me. I know Luke was big about all the chairs looking the same.
It's the one they call wheelbase.
Oh, okay.
The one next to it was like 70%. Now I'm just trying to get the mental.
Okay.
Part of that is some of the meds I have been taking, they don't want me to take anymore. But now other things are.
You guys putting a little flex on that money.
I'm not the first person.
You're just gonna make a donation.
Yeah, that's.
How many,
Well, it can be, yes, I agree. We have, this is a year with these chairs now, and then.
You know, as much as
Man, sit here and.
living where we do.
Jason does too.
Services.
Oh, mine does
Element
now.
of running where we.
We have a long meeting, man, my back is killing me.
Or in this case.
I'm trying to take all my. Have that.
You know, we quickly did the medical gymnastics, it's like, it's faster. Tom and Andrews responds, gets to our house. Looks up and
Yeah, I don't think she's gonna play, she's
Yeah,
gonna
they hold on.
from out, will be.
Now, you can do that every time.
She had just like problems anyways.
There is a thing that they can have tissue to sign.
Do you need another chair?
I was just trying to think when.
Well, I'm gonna ask Candace, because she has some back issues. Candace?
Oh, here?
Well, sorry, I don't mean to bother you.
What's that?
I don't think here.
Yes.
I know you have some back issues and stuff. Is that chair suitable for you, or you rather have a better one?
Oh, this chair's fine for me.
I suspect that petition is.
Yeah, I'm gonna get her a new chair because I took your chair.
They're
Because it was brutal, so I have
their efforts.
a better chair, but I'm gonna get her something similar for a decent.
Effort that
So
next
they're
year
gonna
has
get rid of these two
responded.
chairs.
We're getting rid of these.
Are you?
To this request.
For kind of resiliency. But no, I'm fine, and this one, I mean, these, I'll check these.
They're
this one
opposed.
and see.
Well, I wanted to make sure this, because I know you
Now,
said you had. some
there's another
back-
effort out there.
I'm afraid it's.
Yeah, I know, that's why I wanted to ask you, I didn't want
She
you
was
to.
getting a lot of emails from people that are
So
seeing
if
stuff
we do all
out
three of
there.
them, do we want to pay for whatever personally, do we want to use? Count.
Craig Blair, who used to be Senate President, has been hired to help that energy.
Tell you what,
Put together
I'll tell you what we'll do.
That's not that's not within
acceptable.
reasonable, I mean, I know some people paid $900.
Sure.
So, I mean, $200 is.
Tell you what,
For a chair that you sit in on.
Not aware of what they're finding electronically. So I'm getting those emails to say,
When we
hey,
go to
we
twelve,
believe in, national security and all the rest of the.
I don't know if I can go on that yet anyway, I was gonna check on it, I haven't done it yet. I'll just stay at home.
They don't realize is they have to put a meeting there, signing and everything. We're gonna go end up down there where the PSC is.
Nine days.
Service station. And we're talking thousands of people on the record saying, I don't know that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but that's three, I brought.
Caller?
Oh, wow.
Just regularly.
Yellow or-
Yeah, I'd get fired.
Lime green. Get lime green, and maybe that one place, a certain person can come in. Yeah, go like lime green.
I guess there's still some stuff out of it. Back in over there tomorrow.
These people.
We'll vote against lime green. And. I'm opposed to benefit from it. Our energy. Further up. So the issue there and the whole process is valid, first of all. In the sixties, Federal Energy Regulatory, you used to get it all in the Department of Energy now. They basically put in place this policy that at the time made sense that if you build an electric generation facility, that it's probably going to be generating electricity for people. So you should take that infrastructure, people around it.
Cause I want that.
Fast forward 60 years, and what we have is the power is going to be generated just over the line in Pennsylvania. Probably significantly fuel coming from West Virginia, to be honest. But then the transmission lines are going to go across
There'll be a lot
West
of
Virginia, be consumed over in
Then the 25th, 26th, and after the 31st.
Energy.
Probably first of the
Energy Commission.
It's really good.
Commissioner Mark Christie, I think was the one. He made the comment that their policies are
California to.
because the way they distribute the expense of that infrastructure is they process your property, your state, whatever, you're responsible.
Yeah.
So based on that 1960s idea of, hey, you generating electricity here, we're making people around, they're gonna benefit, they pay. So instead, we got the electricity there, way over here, benefits over here. Well, wait a minute, we're in between, yet we have to pay, and then
Live.
increase our rates. And that's where a huge objection is. Now, let's add to this, we have one more thing, when I see Chairman, let's go by Chairman, but Charlotte Lane next week. I will ask her again, because when I saw her in December, she was unaware of a letter that Energy Secretary Chris Wright put out in October. There's a notice of, public policy rule, proposed, notice of proposed rule change.
I'll set that up.
So he directed her in the April to examine some of these things and come up with some policy.
That's all you have.
Jeez.
No, I said I'll have him later.
Yeah, that'd be fine.
That's from Virginia.
So it's one division of personnel.
Electric energy.
I'll try to run.
It's all in that. Like,
Power levels on the grid.
Right.
And then maybe something else.
Yeah, like, that way I should sit it too. Yeah.
Guess what? Especially some tax.
That's fine. No, I hear you.
So, I just said, it's not to say they won't.
Yeah, yeah, I hear you. No,
Maybe.
I can send them by, yeah, Lauren.
We'll see. I want to know if Cherry Lane.
They were just texting just now.
I get that.
So I have.
Document, I've got a copy. I was thinking, Secretary Wright, I don't get most of my effort because if that were to affect that decision-making process, I'm telling you, it's the public safety. I'd like to know the answer to that question before I make a ruling, maybe the week before it gets undone, the week after. Yes.
I know some kids was made.
My experience with that is
There's just nothing we can do about it.
What I don't work, sure, is up until 2 years ago, work was basically my life. And I delivered to my house. And I saw the financial benefit.
Is over time because there's not.
The data centers The name of the answer to that. Well, I mean, that's. And there's two other aspects. It's quite a lot of food on my table, all that, yeah. And so, you know.
So I got two granddaughters to school in Loudon County.
Like, I'll be here for.
And talking to folks in Loudon County, they're about a year to data center.
Yeah.
More power being consumed right now by data centers and everything else. If you just data centers, everything else, data centers. I thought, if you said, we just repeated it. That's part of what the legislature last year. With microgrids and stuff like that. I had to folks on five days suggesting, hey, come up there, Green Mountain there, you know, there's a lot of property for sale as a gas line. Yeah. And
Have you had any more
Dean
interest in
Jeffries, one of our senators in the Senate, people running for office, is still in play.
A lot of calls.
Nobody's
Nobody's done a candidacy about any names unless they allow candidacy, because a lot of people call me even prior, and I'm not putting that out there.
And I know there's some objections to it, but some of it's a little,
Other, no one's asking the question.
I think it's a little bit, in all honesty, the sky is falling. You know, yeah, 30% of the tax rate comes to the state or the county where it's located.
January 12th.
That's huge. It is. And then the other components we don't cut down, personal income tax. And there's a lot of things. So this is how now
the 12th.
every state's out there.
And it ends on the 31st if you want to run for all.
Right, yeah, yeah. Well.
But ships, that is involved.
But when it comes to fiscal manpower, they have to put out and pay tax. It's not, it's minuscule,
Yeah.
you know.
Mark and I were talking about that last night, we were driving back to the Oklahoma, because I had a hangover with Randall, sorry, I'm sorry.
Okay.
I went in, he's free. Get any coffee down there.
in Charlie's office.
Beyond construction, well, there's a lot of hammers.
I know they like her.
You know, a lot of people, yeah, well, that's where a lot of my money came from. You know, delivering stuff, when they were building. So there's a surge, there's a surge of activity, income and jobs. Some of those are temporary. And they've all that's right. Yeah, you need somebody that's on call, hit and reset. Yeah, somebody that knows how to run a diesel. You know,
Yeah.
But people, in fact, Tucker County folks are really honest and curious of the conversation, because, you know, people, they all spend. Well, not all of them, but allowed.
Yeah, yes. Well, and that's one of the things. You know,
But for that one,
somebody's guys falling south. That's one of the things that I don't like to see, you know.
Yeah, a lot of folks.
All right.
Yeah.
So we got.
That's been
They haven't joined us.
very, very strong over the last couple of days, especially.
Yeah, there's the same
People that 8 months ago were saying no kids, they're all now.
Yeah.
Two
Like that.
is behind.
You realize what you're saying,
Person
you
to
know.
person. It's picked up in our voice. That's the owl.
I can't write somebody off because I don't like something to do.
No.
But because if I did that, I would have to write myself off. Because that I look back on things that I've done.
Oh, yeah, I've done some boneheaded things in my life.
It is like.
Some of it includes one of the family members' mine.
Exactly, yeah.
And so, you know, it always.
For grade,
And
there's
my concern,
Come
that's
on,
why.
my grade was at 6 and it was over 7:30.
I know. So do we get the bill out of the PD for that as well?
Absolutely. There's so much, there's so much.
Yeah, there's people who are.
Well, like, hey, our teachers more, or fire and EMS, and we covered that. And then I look at Virginia, now this does.
They got enough people.
They sit there and think people high, it's like, oh, we're a green energy state.
Yeah.
Well, I got the app on the phone, probably see that, I can go take a look and see how much energy you're importing. Yeah, and just what you're importing.
I know we.
West Virginia, Pennsylvania, primarily, that's how that's getting generated. Well, on storm, that's $1 billion. That's 100% that goes into DCs. Yeah. 100%, yeah. And that's, you know,
5 hours.
me,
Hey, wait a minute.
I don't.
He was working.
Really, honestly. Well, Dominion made a good investment years ago. These tax investments, it's a good job. People live up there.
That's why,
Yeah.
just straight down the street.
I'm glad they decided not to charge for that. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And as a state, we've made some, I think, prudent decisions. We're not all. Listen, 12 weeks here.
The one who's here, that's dirty. There's 5. He come in.
He can be. I've never seen. They don't cover those.
Source of energy. What we have done in this country, regards to how to use it responsibly. It's not like the image that people have with 30s and the 1930s and the 40s and 50s. Black smoke, right? The view that people have. It's the old state, getting out, they retired, all that black smoke, that level of Steve Adams, but you know.
Cause weights, I guess.
It's like, well, I mean, you know, realize they want to.
So is Tammy.
What, make sure they. Contractors for.
She's one of the.
Is everything that's going into the air. And that's it, this is.
I know.
That costs us.
For a mixture, and on the day and.
Did they ask?
Well, the girls need to-
Did they burn coal?
Did they ask?
Sure, they did. You burn black liquor. Did you buy coal? Yeah, we burn gas.
Start today, so we haven't really been anywhere, but I have plans to get around for,
Maybe
I go
16.
to Mineral County,
Those are for the new trucks.
Yeah.
but
So that's kind of what we.
Yeah.
we'll probably go around.
Yeah, you don't get paid.
So,
I have
and
cousins
each will
that
let-
they're working.
But, one of
Yeah, that's a
the-
little higher than I was like, oh, yeah, I got a little nervous. See, so.
Kind of worked out.
Yeah. From what I.
We go all over, bring things every mile.
And I told her, I'm off. Clerk office.
So.
It's
This is number of years. I feel like involved. Before I gave.
Yeah, I have time.
There was some guy, I can see from where we were
Bring
sitting.
them over today. I'll bring it. As
Spent
soon as I
the
have
whole time going up this.
I have them all.
Late or something.
I've looked through my.
Watch, 3 hours going up this thing. And all I'm thinking is.
But yeah.
Well, he's probably getting paid pretty good. Yeah, yeah, about that, exactly.
Surface.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Back to the.
Yeah,
He said, I'm here.
like in passing, but not really.
I hear what
Try to get
you're.
there.
They're not even questioning. I wouldn't get all tore up except for the. Because if you're. As if
I think
all
he's-
that, yeah, they're. In any case, to be taken care of.
Just have that up where they did their commission meeting.
Yeah, so I understand that, what I do more than anything else. Hey, Laura.
They're.
And then they repost.
So,
They on?
Yeah.
Well, I don't think our camera's even on.
Do you have the picture muted? See the other red side up there?
This is Beavers.
She doesn't have you up there. She's the one that controls.
No, it's a public meeting.
That's what she said.
Down there at the bottom where it says That screen, you gotta be looking at that screen, close your other screen so you don't get into something else.
What screens?
Over there, they changed it from her. When you're the same thing all along, so first off, yeah, well, I have two, but not according to their names. Right here's one. I have two.
It makes everyone. So don't feel like it's just, yeah.
And then it's right at the right perfect angle.
It always gets you on. When I got a big drink in my face, it's like right on.
A nice all side on top of that.
Sheila, are you guys on?
Can you hear us?
Yeah, we hear you talking over there.
We can't see you though.
Good morning.
Morning, where you at?
In our office.
Oh, I can't see you.
I don't know how to turn the camera on.
Down here.
Wait a minute.
That's all right, we don't wanna see you.
Hey,
Yeah.
looky there. Sheila had to straighten me out.
Fred's in the camera shot too. Turn that camera back on. We don't want to see it.
Yeah, so.
How did the holidays go for you guys? Good?
It was nice. Yes, it was real nice.
Good, glad to hear it. How's your weather?
Well, right now the sun's out. It's still kind of cold, but the sun's out right now. The roads are pretty well, the main roads are pretty well clear. Secondary roads still have some on them, but everything's going okay.
Good. And your tourism's up.
Yeah.
Tourism, did you say?
Yes.
You got
Tourism
any,
is going strong.
you got any new people moving into Tucker County?
Watch it. I'm gonna send them to Mineral Counties where I'm sending them to.
I'm just teasing you a little bit. We'll wait till Dutch gets back here. He had to run to the restroom. And we'll wait till he gets back and then we'll get on with this EMS fee stuff.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay. Wait, it looks like Fred's asleep. Wake him up back here.
Hold on just a second. Hit what?
Hit the D and D button. See down there at the bottom, right above the 3 on the screen.
Oh.
There you go. All right.
Sheila's trying to show me all these technical things to make our office quieter so we can hear you.
Okay. You might want to wake Fred up. It looks like he's about ready to fall off that chair.
Yes. See, what's happening is my computer, the volume, you can't turn it up any louder. It's already the loudest it can, and we have trouble hearing.
Let me see.
So Sheila's going to work on it here.
You've got the same problem with your camera that my wife's got with me. Problem hearing.
Yes.
I
I never can get any louder.
You talk to him about that. You wanna,
Yeah.
how do you wanna do this?
You ready? There, you guys good?
Are you ready, Mike?
Yes, anytime.
So we're, been watching and listening to the things that you guys been doing there in Tucker for us and, ambulance authority fees. And
Yes,
things that you guys have been implemented to your tourism.
yes,
And we're just trying to look at it here, cause our annual budget right now is running around 260,000 for 9 ambulance services that we provide here in the county.
right.
Whether it's 260,000 a year, it's pretty,
Chase
and plus a chase car. It's, and with the cost and inflation and things, we're really struggling to try to make all the ends meet here. And we're just interested in how you guys got this, started and where we could put it in place here, cause we don't have the tourism like you guys do.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, it's all started at one of our meetings, okay? One of our statewide county commission meetings. There was a presentation there by the man named Jody Ratliff, okay? And he mentioned a bill that included users of the service. So what we did then was we came back to the office and we started researching who users were. So in our research, Hardy County had already determined users by the Supreme Court back when they were doing a fee a long time ago. But anyway, the bottom line is it's not only actual people that use it, it's potential users of the service. So if you drive through Tucker County, God forbid, and you would have an accident, even though you don't live here, you're a potential user of our emergency services. So in order to capture the million+ guests we get here every year that are potential users of the service, even though they may not use it, they potentially could use it. We decided to enact a fee, a 2% fee, which state code says that we can if it's directly issued to the Ambulance Authority Board, who maintains our ambulances. It's called the ambulance,
Special emergency.
it's Special Emergency Ambulance Fee. I can send you the state code numbers for that. But that it's 71517. The whole code is 715.
I'm sure the citizens were appreciative. But how did the businesses, who did you put this towards? Hotel, tourism, just anything tourism? How did you implement this?
That's how we did it in Tucker County.
Okay.
But once you read the code, it's pretty liberal on things that you can apply it to. As long as the money that you collect goes directly to the Special Emergency Ambulance Fee or account. And it can only be spent on your ambulance service.
Is that the 1975 Ambulance Act?
Yes. Tell me again.
1975 Ambulance Act or something like that in the state of West Virginia? Is that what that's?
No, I don't think that's it.
What?
The 1975 ambulance tax.
The 1975 Ambulance Act.
It's
Yeah.
the Ambulance Act. Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
715 is the entire act.
That came from, this bill came from that 75 Ambulance Act.
But the specific code in that is 71517. That's that actual chapter is the chapter that you use to put an ordinance fee in place. That bill gives you the ability to put to do a levy or put an ambulance fee in place.
And levies we've tried in our county, but they will not pass.
I got a bill on that.
Does this go into the municipalities? So if there is, something in the municipality that would fall under that fee, can you still get that, or does
Dutch, it's countywide.
Well, but the municipality has
Here's the thing with the municipalities. The municipalities can opt out of this if they sign a contract that they will furnish their own ambulance service.
Okay.
So if there's a hotel in Kaiser and the city of Kaiser decides we'll do our own ambulance service, you can't collect. If you put it on a room fee, you can't collect that because the city determined they'll do their own ambulance service.
Okay.
But if they, in Tucker County, Thomas, Davis, Parsons, none of those wanted the county to continue covering and servicing their communities. So the hotels or the Airbnbs or whatever that we collect the fee on, if it's still in that municipality, we still collect it because they opted out of it.
Okay.
So we should have a meeting with the city of Kaiser, right?
I wouldn't have a meeting. They'll opt out of it if they want, but they're not going to. We don't have any motels in city.
specifically in our ordinance because they have 30 days to opt out.
Yeah, in the college.
What we did was in our ordinance, Dutch, we put a clause in it. So we didn't have to meet with them. We just made them aware of it. They had 30 days to opt out of it.
Okay.
If they chose not to opt out of it, they automatically were included in the service.
Okay, that makes sense.
I can't remember.
Would you
who-
like a copy of our ordinance itself?
Yes, yes.
Okay, well, we'll send it to you. I mean, anything else that we can help you with?
Has it been challenged? Has it ever been challenged?
Oh, yes, it's been challenged. The first people that challenged it was a man by the name of Steve White had a hotel or I guess it was really no, a motel. It's like a motel. It maybe has like 15 rooms or whatever. Okay. Inn at Canaan, it's called. Okay. It also had mini golf course beside it. Well, our ordinance covered the mini golf course too, because you had to buy a ticket to go in, a fee to go in to use the golf course. So he challenged it. He took it to state court. It came before state court. He didn't think that he should have to pay the fee until the case was heard and the decision was made. So what he did, took us to court the first time to stop the fee until the hearing. Well, the judge says, no, that's not going to happen. So they were to keep collecting the fee. After a couple months went by, they saw they weren't going to get anything on the state level because the state parks, they're collecting the fee. At Blackwater, they're collecting the fee at Canaan Valley. Before they enacted it, we had to change a couple words in our ordinance. Then it passed their legal team. First, it went to the DNR because state parks are under DNR. From DNR, it went to Commerce. It passed Commerce, then it went to the governor's office. All of those approved the collection of the fee at the state parks. So the state parks now submit their quarterly allotment to the county from their golf course, from their sled rides, from their skiing, from their rooms. So it was a process in getting all their paperwork and stuff done through the state. But right now, there's no problems, no issues with the state sending their money into us all the time. So it passed the state. So I think Timberline and Steve White's group that just built the spa in Canaan Valley saw they weren't getting anywhere with the state. So they decided to take it federal. So they filed a lawsuit against the county commission in federal court, claiming that we are interfering with interstate commerce because our main focus is tourism. It leaves most of the local people out of it. Well, that's not the case. The people that we're asking to pay this 2% fee is anybody that uses the service. It doesn't matter if you live in Tucker County. Doesn't matter if you live in Mineral County. Doesn't matter if you live in Washington, D.C. Anybody that uses the service, uses the facility, skiing, golfing, hotel rooms, you pay equally across the board 2%. That's our stance. But they say we're interfering with interstate commerce. We have a hearing set up with a federal judge in Elkins this coming Wednesday at 10:30. So we've asked the court to dismiss the case because we feel, with all of the attorneys looking back and forth, that it does not interfere with interstate commerce. So we'll see how that plays out Wednesday.
Okay, you say you invoke the 2%. That's the maximum amount you're allowed.
Yes.
Percent. Okay.
You can choose anything you want up to that point.
Okay.
2% on the dollar.
Where'd that come from? That's not a code.
The 2%?
Yeah, it's not.
Yes.
So Rick's looking at the code and he said he's not seeing the 2%. Where'd you get the 2% at?
We determined with 2%, we just did in our office. We sat down and did the room rates. We determined what we would need to run our ambulance service in Tucker County. And then we can't afford to hire a consulting firm, a firm that does just taxes or whatever. We had to do it roughly ourselves to see what we could generate. Tucker County, we run on a little over a $7 million budget. So we try to cut every corner we can. So what we did, Sheila and I sat in the office. We did the room rates. We did what it costs to camp, to what it costs to golf, everything that we thought was going to be covered by this fee. We did the cost of that. We called tourism. We talked to the state parks to get an estimate on how many visitors they had there a year, how many rooms they rented. So after about 3 or 4 days, we come up with, it would roughly bring into our county what we would need to run EMS, around $400,000. That would be 2 crews, 24/7.
He was asking, you were asking about the 2%, you can't find it in there? I guess it's.
That's what we determined. We determined that it would take 2%.
Okay, but you don't know that there's a limit on 2%. And
You see how the code pulled up
I
now?
don't think it has anything.
That's what you're saying? No limit on?
Yeah. But that's what we determined in Tucker County that it would take.
So how did your citizens, that are now have a little higher rate for the golf fees, how do they feel about all that? The citizens, or they feel like now we're being taxed again?
I'm telling you, the citizens have no complaints. Like the Tucker Countyans, we have tried for years to get the guests coming to our county to pay a percentage of. 30 years ago, we had a young lady, her dad was a school teacher, made a presentation. She had to do a school project. What a 50-cent fee for lift tickets would do for our county. This has been over 30 years ago. We have fought this same issue. The Tucker Countyans, we believe it's wrong for us to support emergency services for all the guests that come to our county and they don't pay anything.
Yeah. Do they feel taxed again though? If you want to go play golf, do you feel like now you're being taxed again on something else that you're already paying?
The locals have no problem with it. Honest to God, I've never had one local come to me and say, Mike, it's not fair. We are already paying taxes. And that's the truth. Have you guys had one local?
Locals have been very well.
Locals is all for it.
Okay.
Yes.
This is Lowe's Beach.
Yeah. There's no.
See, because before we started this, the previous commission had enacted a $50 fee on every landowner in Tucker County. Okay. And there was a lot of issues with that. Uproar all over the county. Okay. We had people, Timberline paying $50. My mom, a retired school cook, paying $50. Is that fair? No. So if you were a landowner in Tucker County, you paid a $50 fee. People just threw a fit because the people that are coming to our county use the service also, but they're not paying anything. So the million plus guests coming here, again, the Tucker Countyans are supporting it. They have nothing in it but just utilize the service. It's not only the people that utilize that we see in the statistics, it's the people that are hurt on the ski lift or the golf course. It's the people that travel here. Okay. Right now, I don't know where these people come from, but they think they're coming to a ski resort and they have bald tires or they have summer tread tires or they're in the ditch. So they're hurt. So not only does that affect our ambulance service, that affects our volunteer firemen.
Right.
So here we are, we have firemen that are volunteers directing traffic for hours because we got this person from DC that's over the hill trying to get, or block 219 block Backbone Mountain for hours, which happens a lot. So what we're trying to do is with our 2% fee, we get hotel motel in our county now. The hotel motel tax has stipulations on how you can spend it.
Yeah.
Okay. We can divide it in Tucker County for EMS or for fire companies. So what we're trying to do is in Tucker County with our 2% fee, increase the revenue coming to our EMS, eventually reduce the money out of our hotel money that goes to EMS, reallocate that to the fire companies so they get an increase too. I mean, when you have the cost of liability insurance alone for the firemen now, when you've got what a new fire truck costs. So if we can take the money that we're gaining for the 2%, reduce the allocation in our hotel motel that goes to EMS that we have allocated now, $140,000 a year. If we can take that and give it to EMS, give it to the fire, it's a win-win for us, for all the emergency services in our county.
You got
Time's it to come to county? What time's it to come?
That would, so one thought, I can't remember, I think it was Fred that said we can instill a fee on, the college students.
You can't now. I found out we can't do it.
Okay.
When the college students, we can't do it.
I don't know, guys.
State. Hey Sheila.
But
What's the
Morgan
reason we can't do the college students?
You have to go through their paperwork in order to do anything. You can't just enact it without approval from them. Because of the oversight of their, how they're done.
So their board of directors would have to, or their governing body?
Yeah, their governing body. I looked it up because I knew you guys were probably gonna question that. And you have to go through them. It's just like the DNR. The DNR is allowed to put fees on things, but it has to be used for a special, specific purpose only. And that's probably most likely why they approved ours, is because ours is going to be used for a special and specific purpose only. So you can go through the DNR and you can do hunting and fishing license or certain things like that. So there's some kind of caveats with everything that you look at. But I do know that a couple other counties are looking at putting like a 1% across the board on several things. I think they're going to try to exclude groceries and some other things, but like fast food restaurants.
Pocahontas County, I think is who she's talking about.
Okay.
As well. So there are certain things that they just want to do like a 1% across the board on pretty much everything with certain exclusions. And you can do that. And the reason I'm telling you this is because Jody Ratliff during that meeting, that's what made us start thinking, is because he said that this 1975 Act is very broad, very, very broad, which made us start thinking, well, if it's so broad and you can do this, then why can't we do it this way and this way? And all of the questions and all of the things that we wanted to utilize it for, everything came back, well, you can. So that's what we did. And we did it based upon our needs at the time, but you can pretty much put whatever type of a fee in place on people within your county, because everybody within your county would be considered a user, anybody that's in those boundaries of Mineral County. So you can make the rules and you can make the decisions. It's not a one size fits all as far as Tucker did this, so we've got to do it this way.
You can tailor it to your own county's needs and what you have in your county.
What you're saying is that if we were to do something with the college, we would have to work alongside the Board of Regents of the college and.
Yes, that's
per code. What I looked up at the state, you have to work along with the college in order to do that.
Because they implemented something in Mon County with sports.
Yes.
They all athletes had a fee put on them as far as being an athlete.
Right.
Yeah, because education is different than regular state code, so you have to go actually to their board and take care of it in that manner. So if you'd have a discussion with them and they had no problem doing it, then you could go ahead and implement it on your students.
But I think like Pocahontas County, they're looking into like food services.
They're looking
like restaurants,
and
like 1% on that. So anybody coming to their county that would eat, it wouldn't only be the residents, but it would be the guests that eat there too. But I think they're having issues with Snowshoe because Snowshoe already has a fee and they didn't want another one because their board for Snowshoe, they already have a paid fire company. They have a paid EMS. It's right off the mountain, but they also not only service Snowshoe itself, they service the whole area around there, the county. So Snowshoe works with the county commission to make services in their county better. In Tucker County, we have Timberline and all these other things that want it for nothing and wouldn't think about. They sue us. But Snowshoe actually works with the county to service the area. Dutch, it'd be like up the valley from you. What's the name of the creek that goes down through there when I come in there?
New Creek.
New Creek. It's like all the New Creek area will be serviced by the ambulance service that's located up on the mountain right there. You know, Timberline won't do it. They sue us. Snowshoe is actually doing it. I said, what I need to do is put a big billboard in Tucker County that says Timberline doesn't want EMS services in our county. Snowshoe does. So.
Okay. How long did it take for you guys to implement something like this?
Well,
process?
In the research that we did, I would say within a 6-month period, we had everything through the attorneys. We had the ordinance written, blessed by everybody. And then we started enacting it January 1st of last year.
Okay. Do you have any other?
I don't have any.
Do you have any? I don't have any more questions. Rick, did you have any other?
Appreciate the conversation.
Yeah. We appreciate you guys taking the time to discuss this.
We're good neighbors. Anytime that we can help you do anything, believe me, we will try our best to help you out. And that's what I like about working together with us.
Hey, we appreciate that, and the same goes for us. If there's anything we can do for you guys, feel free to reach out to us.
Yeah. Sheila just sent you an email with the ordinance in it.
I sent in the packet that we sent to everybody. It has our letter, our remittance, and the ordinance.
Yeah, we've had several commissions ask us about it. So we sent you a whole packet that outlines everything that we did.
Thank you.
Sheila sent it to you. We didn't. We're just sitting here. Sheila does all the work.
Thank you so much. Yeah, thanks you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks for making those guys look good.
Yes, we thank her every day, I tell you. Thank God. But if there's any other questions, once you get the packet, if there's any questions that you might have, just give us a call.
Okay. All right. Appreciate it. We appreciate it.
So you put 2% on the restaurants, like the fast food restaurants?
No, we did not in our county.
I say that
Pocahontas County. Yeah,
you can't.
We did not do that in Tucker County.
No, I know, but you can put 2%, you said?
Yes.
Or what?
The only thing you can't is
Whatever you want.
sales of cars and gas
Whatever
stations.
you want.
The only thing you can't put it on is sales of cars and gas stations. Gasoline.
Okay.
With
Well,
all your restaurants, that'd be a good thing.
Well, like I said, it's something that you have to tailor for your county and what your needs are, how much revenue you need to bring in, what would work in your county, what wouldn't work. In Tucker County, this is what we felt best that was fair for everybody. If you went skiing, if you went snowboarding, if you went golfing, it's fair for everybody, no matter if you're a resident or a guest.
So how much additional revenue do you think you guys want to get out of that?
Over 400,000.
Okay.
To give you an idea, about 1%, Thomas and Davis does it. You know how little they are. They bring over $1 million a year in.
Okay, that's the 1% Fred's talking about, is the 1% that we're fighting for that we can allocate in our counties. Right now, municipalities can do it, but counties can't.
Yep.
Well, Thomas and Davis both decided to enact that 1% fee. It's on everything. Or tax, it's a tax. Make sure, let me give you some advice. Make sure when you talk about this, it's a fee and not a tax.
Correct.
Because I'm telling you, it's word specific, because the state and the law looks at everything differently between a fee and a tax. This state code says we can enact a fee. So my advice to you is make sure that when you refer to this, it is a fee and not a tax. That's one of the things that people are that are suing us, Timberline. We're double taxing them, which we are not. There's a difference between a fee and a tax. So just make sure you call it.
We've collected to date from very few payers.
We've collected today on the first year. The first year has been a learning curve for everybody. Okay. Timberline only paid 1/4. So once this is over with, anyway, we've collected 330. Oh, yeah, right around 330,000 for EMS already in the year 2025.
From January 1 to December 31st.
Yes.
Right? Okay.
Okay, I have a question. So, if I may, so the fee, are you relying on the business to submit the fee? Who regulates or verifies that that information is correct and that they are submitting?
What we're doing in Tucker County is, if there's a question, we just had one realty company audited. We have an audit firm, okay? So what they did, they went into the company, and this is a new learning curve for us too. We're just starting the audits, okay? 2026, there'll be several audits. But we just had one. They went in, and each business has to send to the state. It's called like CS 201 or whatever. What that is that's how much they have sold or whatever that they need to pay their 6% on for the state. Sales and use tax return. So what we did with that was our auditors said, Mike, that's an easy thing to look at. If they do sales of tickets, say Timberline, let's just use Timberline. It has to be broken down when it's sent to the state on how much alcohol, how much taxes or whatever. So we take that number that they submitted to the state and do 2% of that. That's what they owe the county. So if there's a discrepancy between the amount they paid us and the amount they sent the state, that's when we have an issue. But then we've already got a ruling from the Attorney General's office because we wanted to see what the sheriff's department can do to make sure that this is that they can go in and look at the books, that they can have arrest powers, that they can do all that. So the Attorney General sent us back an opinion that says this can apply to your 2% fee and your hotel motel. The sheriff has every authority to go in and look at the books. Statutory duty, they called it, for the sheriff to look at those. So everything that we've done so far, we've tried to follow the law to the letter. And even before the sheriff went to the first business, we wanted to get an opinion from the Attorney General. After we got that, then we started forward, and we just got that last month.
Yeah, about 6 weeks.
Yeah, so ago. So that's, like I said, before we actually started the audits, we wanted to see what the sheriff could actually do. So anyway, it's a process. It's a learning curve, but right now it's moving forward. Okay. Like I said, the only thing now is they didn't think they were making any headway in state court, so they took us to federal court.
Okay. So, correct me if I'm wrong, a certain percentage of that fee could go towards, an administrative cost? Is that true, or does 100%
Yes.
of it go to the?
No, we did an 8% for the administrative costs to pay the auditors to go in. Right now it's for attorney fees or whatever. We haven't utilized any of it yet, but the option's there for us to. We put that in our ordinance because we knew there would be issues all along. And the county commission has the discretion to not utilize that. Say 10 years from now, when we don't have any problems, we've got them all worked out, all that can go toward EMS. But right now we have the option of using 8% of that to pay the auditor to audit for the thing, to fight this in court, to whatever else it may be. But that's what it is. You can have administrative fee in it.
Could you put that towards like a full-time administrator just for the ambulance authority?
I would assume that you could. Yes. You're a part-time or whatever. Yes.
However you need to.
Hey, Dutch, you guys see you later. I gotta go to Morgantown.
He's
I'll
got
see
a
you.
doctor's appointment.
All right, see you guys later. Be careful.
See
Thank
you
you.
guys.
Thanks, Fred.
Be careful, bud.
I had another question. Do you have a separate fund for these revenues, or do you put it in general account?
Have to have by state code.
Has to be special fund.
There's 8%. Is 8% the top that you can charge for administrative services?
Or is that just
No,
something?
we just chose that as
Okay.
what we thought it would. Yes.
And we.
Good.
Candace, you got any questions?
No, I don't, thank you.
Everybody good? Yep, I'm good. Thank you guys so much
Thank
for your
you.
time.
Now, once you look into this, once you look into it, you'll probably have more questions at that time. But read our ordinance, like I said, and see how we used it. But like I said, each county would have to tailor it to their own needs of their county.
I think a challenge for us, we do have a levy fee. And so the concern is the citizens feeling taxed again on top of that.
Right.
So we figure that out, for Mineral County, special
Right.
tailor. But the levy is, like I said, it's only 260,000 somewhere in there that's running 9 services and plus a chase car off of it.
Yeah. And see, that's where the problem is. In Tucker County, we've tried to get a levy passed, but the residents just will not pass a levy because in Tucker County, we have so many retired people. I use my mom as an example. My mom's a retired school cook. Okay. Her state check is a little over $400 a month, her retirement check. So, plus her Social Security, it's hard for those type people that we have several of them in Tucker County. We have the people that are trying to make it, and we have the elite, okay, that move into Canaan Valley, that can afford those $1 million homes, that are the trust fund babies, that are the ones that work from home and they live in DC. Their job is in DC. Well, that's the big discrepancy. They don't understand what it's like to have a minimum income that you try to buy groceries and your medicine on.
Right.
So it's been hard for them to relate to the Tucker Countyans. That's the way I feel, and I'll tell them all the same damn thing. They just can't relate to not understanding how it is to live from payday to payday.
Yeah, right.
And they're educated, so they're smarter than us.
Good. Thank you again for your time. We really appreciate you guys.
Appreciate the input.
Taking time to be here, the input that you've given us, so.
Well, like I said, anytime Tucker County can help Mineral County, we're more than willing to do it.
Thank you for that.
Yeah, we thank you. We do appreciate it.
And Dutch, congratulations on your state appointment, old buddy.
Thank you.
I'm telling you, I like to know people in power. Yes.
I don't know that job brings much power. I think that might be another headache for me, but.
Well, hey, it's a step up. Yes. You're in leadership of our County Commission Association now. You're in a leadership role with the state. Looks good on a resume, my friend.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
Yes. Yep. Well, you guys have a good day and thank you.
Happy New Year to you.
Thank you.
Thanks, you.
Happy New Year. We'll see you in Charleston.
Thanks for learning.
Yes, sir. See ya.
Okay, before we go any further, do I have a motion to pay the count?
Oh. I make a motion to pay accounts payable.
I second it.
Okay, and I approve that also. We don't have.
We don't have any with exoneration of the state, so.
No. Okay.
You're fine.
Your motion to adjourn the meeting,
So moved.
Second.
and I approve that also.